Thanks to the support as a channel member, Martin Cooper. Folks, please consider this your previously advertised weekly reminder that at the moment, if you're a YouTube premium subscriber and you live in the UK or selected other countries, you can currently get one free YouTube membership every month, which you could use on this channel if you wanted to. You could use it wherever you want, but, you know, I'd quite like it, as I'm the one who told you about it, if you used it on my channel. So if you are a YouTube Premium member, you want to check if you're eligible for this offer, hit the join button. It should give you the option to do the $1.99 or the $4.99 tier for free. Obviously, you want to do the $4.99 tier for free because that's you get more. You get your name in the little thanks for supporting thing that's at the start if you're in that tier, which is awesome. And don't panic, I still get paid the same way I would if you'd have apparently that's the symbol for spending money. If you'd have spent some money. It's free, it's win-win, and I appreciate those of you who've done it so far. Thank you. Hello and welcome to part 25 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we face the club with no badge in the FA Cup. We're at home to Manchester United in the third round of the FA Cup. We've also got a League Two tie against Carlisle. Since you were last with me, we've been in very, very good form. We've figured out this Football League lark. We're developing into a very good team. I mean, we were already a very good team, but we're now a very good Football League team. We're 7 points clear at the top of the table. We've got a game in hand over Stevenage, who are down in second place, and we're doing it without even having to rely on Slavy Spasov. As you can see, in this latest run since the last episode, he's only actually scored one goal because we've barely played him. In fact, in that time, if we have a look, he's played quite a few. Yeah, he missed some games there and another game there, and he's only scored once, and he came on as a substitute in that one. So. We're relying less and less on Spasov to the point where I'm less likely to rely on him as I don't want to break the bank bringing him in, although looking at that and seeing that Cardiff and Stoke are both interested in him, I think that ship might be sailing anyway. What's his current availability? I wonder if they're going to throw some money at him in January or throw some money at Oxford in January and buy him permanently and pull him out from under us and we lose Spasov, which, like I say, not a big deal if we do, because Terrell Whitaker has been doing a very good job playing as our striker in the meantime. The other big news we've got, as well as being top of the league and playing Manchester United for the first time in the save so far. How do I get to the screen I'm looking for? Here. I've got a wanted symbol next to my name. I haven't had an offer come in from anybody yet, but I am wanted by Lincoln. Now, I'm not particularly sure Lincoln would be a job that I'd be interested in taking. I don't know why my jobs have disappeared off of here. I had that set to have jobs just there. But Lincoln is one of many jobs that are available. And you know what? I don't think I'm that interested. They're 19th in League One. So they're in a relegation battle in the league above. And we're pushing for promotion and well clear at the top of the league below. With the Manchester United game to play, so there's going to be money knocking around here as well. They would have to offer me an awful lot of money for me to go into a relegation battle for a team that could potentially swap places with the team that I'm with at the moment next year. So I'm not sure how keen I am on Lincoln, even if they're keen on me. But looking at some of the other jobs that are available, I'm looking at the Championship really. Aston Villa, Brentford, Blackburn, they'd all interest me. I just don't know if I'd interest them. Or we could go back to Forest Green and get vegan snacks again. But again, they're in the relegation zone. I'm not interested in going and getting in a relegation zone in the division above. It seems silly. But we're not looking for jobs. I'm still very, very happy here at Kettering. I'm earning good money on a contract that is up at the end of next season. So I imagine there'll be contract renewal discussions in the summer again as we look to increase the salary a little bit more here. I'm earning plenty of cash. We're doing well. The club is going places. We move into a new ground in the summer. I have no qualms about doing another year yet before we're looking to leave. If we can get Kettering to mid-table in League One in a nice new ground and then jump to a Championship club, it's a very different way to go about Non-League to Legend to how we've done it in the past, and it could be a lot of fun. So talking of fun, let's play Manchester United. The dream here is a draw so that we can head back to Old Trafford and take all that lovely FA Cup split attendance money We're going to sell out We're going to sell out Six Fields, Northampton's ground anyway. And the biggest game ever to take place in Northampton, I dare say. But it would be nice to go and earn the big money from playing this at a big ground rather than a Sabutio stadium. So we're going with Brzezowski in goal, a back four of Dodgson, Skinner, Gilchrist and Lavinia, Benson and Hill in midfield, Mackay, Breckin and Roos supporting Spasov up front. We've got a lot of players on the verge of suspensions with these yellow cards, which, I mean, we are still rotating a lot. We are playing a lot of games with the cup runs that we've had, with the fact that you play 46 games in a season down here in League Two. We are playing a lot of football. So we are rotating a lot still. We're pumping fists and we're going to try and show the world what we can do. I didn't look at who's in that Manchester United team. I saw Henderson was in goal. So they're playing... I mean, it's a relatively rotated side. There's some familiar faces in there, but there's also some less familiar faces. So they've come here and they've clicked the quick pick button that has the include youth prospects option, I think, because they've got a lot of youngsters in there, but some big names, particularly at the back. Henderson, of course, although he's a big name, backup goalkeeper. It's a relatively strong back four. Spasov's going to have his work cut out against that back four, but as you start to move further forward, I'm less threatened by what I see, but obviously they're still going to be better than what we've got. But let's see, shall we? You can see Six Fields is absolutely packed out, and who knows what can happen in the FA Cup. I hear there's magic in this tournament, and hopefully we'll experience some of that magic today. Ball clear, but only as far as Wan-Bissaka. It's ridiculous saying Wan-Bissaka in a Kettering video, and Manchester United have scored it with their first attack of the game, and it's one of the players I said I wasn't particularly threatened by who's gone and grabbed the goal as well. So I hope we're not going to lose really badly. It's nice to see the ground full. We've made a few quid, but if we get absolutely smashed, it might not do our confidence and our morale and our momentum very much good. Although, to be fair, last episode I was speculating on how I expected to hit dodgy form in preparation for this game, and we never did. We've gone into a big cup game without having that usual terrible form that you have. There's another one of the guys who I wasn't worried about has scored an absolute screamer, and it's now 2-0 to Manchester United. And we're not going to have a very nice day today, are we? We're just enjoying playing against Manchester United. But any hope we had of scraping that draw and getting back to Old Trafford, I think are long gone. At least we're not Salford losing 3-0 to Stevenage. That would be really sad. We're only losing 2-0 to Manchester United. It's a little bit different. And Robbie Benson's got a free kick here. And imagine if he sticks that in. That would be that'd be a photograph that he'd have framed on his toilet wall if he scores a free kick against Manchester United. That's like a career highlight moment. But our XG is only 0.05 so far. We're not getting much in the way of attacks moving, are we? Poor old Spasov's not getting much game time. I think we're going to do... I'm not going to wave my arms. I am happy with how we've played. We're only 2-0 down. And I think we should be pretty pleased with only being 2-0 down. We've not got any silly ideas that we're going to get back into this game. But while it's only 2-0, you never know. You grab a goal from a free kick or a corner or something and then win a penalty. And all of a sudden, you're back at Old Trafford making mega money. Breckin lumps it clear from that clearance. Of course, we do have to get it into the other half for that to be an option. And that just doesn't seem very much like it's going to happen at the moment. Roos with the interception there, but can't clear it very far. And they're in again. Oh, it's disallowed. Because I think the third goal does officially kill us off. There's no way you fluke your way back in from 3-0 down. But there's still the hope that we could fluke our way back in from 2-0 down. But we do need to actually do an attack to be able to even get in the position where we can win a penalty. And we're not looking like doing that anytime soon. We're still on 0.05 XG. And we are going to make some changes. I think Whittaker deserves a crack at this. Spasov hasn't got anywhere with them at all. Roos is also not having a very good game, so McKendy can come on for him. And you know what? We're going to bring on the skipper. Alfie Payne's going to come on in midfield. He can come on for Hill in there, and we'll do our triple change. Reece Bennett's looking at me flabbergasted that he's not getting the opportunity to play against the club that he did his youth football at. But you know what, Reece? We're trying to win the game. We're trying to give ourselves a chance. We needed a different attacking options. Even though the attacking players haven't got anywhere near the ball today, we're still on a 0.05. I think that's how it's going to end. United just grabbed their 2 goals and shut up shop. And there we have it. That felt a little bit anticlimactic in the end, but you know what? We've done well. We only lost 2-0 against Manchester United. Let's see how much money that's added to the coffers. It should be a record attendance, a record gate receipt. We should be getting all that money flowing in. I think we might have to hit continue once more to see that stuff pop. And then we'll have a look at the bank balance as well and see how we've done there. It's not popping. Have we not actually set records? We've only actually made about 150,000 from that game, I think, which is a little bit upsetting. Gate receipts this month aren't massively up over last month. And we've played Manchester United this month. We've only, compared to the month before, we've only made an extra 70 grand. That's hideous. Well, give me some money. I feel like we needed more money there. Let's go and play Carlisle. In fact, there you go. It did pop. It is a new gate receipts record. £200,000 we made from that match. Better than the 65,000 we made earlier in the season against Notts County. So not to be sniffed at. 200 grand is 200 grand. Obviously, we just had a very good month the month before for it to have not actually made that much of an impact on our total gate receipts for the month, although it's all changed now as we've ticked over into January. So let's not complain. What could have been if we'd have got drawn the other way around? Well, before the Carlisle game, a little bit of news. Lawrence Wooten has left the club. He's gone to Gillingham for 8,500. He wasn't playing. They offered money, so we took it. But this is a little bit more worrying. The work permit stuff comes in a year's time. And we're going to be losing 3 of our players by the looks of it, because they're not going to get work permits. Mayunga is going to be the biggest loss. Who is Central African with French and Moroccan as other nationalities. Played 22 international games, which surprises me a little bit why he wouldn't get a work permit when he's a regular international. Played 5 World Cup qualifiers, 5 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. So he's played 10 international games this season. Why on earth does he not get a work permit? That seems wrong. But we'd have to offer him a higher wage, and the higher wage is obviously mega high, which we're not going to be able to do. His contract with us runs until June 2025, so he'd potentially have 18 months where he's still contracted to us as a player. We can't play him because he doesn't have a work permit. I'm less worried about VTech, who's out of contract this summer anyway, so we can just let him leave. Likewise, Estrada is out of contract. I'd see he'd have 6 months, and he doesn't play any internationals at all. He's Austrian. So again, we're probably going to be paying him without him being able to play. So those two definitely not going to get work permits. But Mayunga would be a bit of a loss. He's not a nailed-on regular starter, but he has played 10 games for us this year, and he's always a good player when he does play. So hopefully his international caps will lead to him getting a work permit. This whole work permit thing is going to be a pain in the backside. Like this guy, we wanted him, Lucas Bergstrom. He's a great goalkeeper, but he didn't get a work permit to come and play for us. He's 6'8". He looks fantastic. We did have him scouted, but his scout report's gone away again. He was at Chelsea. I don't know how Birmingham are going to get him unless they're going to pay him a load of money. But I tried to sign him and couldn't get him because of the work permit. Work permits are changing everything. It might be happening, folks. Blackburn are the first club in the save to offer me an interview. Blackburn are 14th in the Championship. It's an attractive offer. They're not in a relegation battle. They're a mid-table Championship side. Let's do the interview. Let's see what they're after. This could be the move, boys and girls. Right. Hello, Blackburn. What are they asking? You have so far only managed one team throughout your entire career. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing. Tremendous loyalty. You've got some highly impressive work at your current club. Why do I want to move on? I mean, you called me Anurada. I didn't call you. I'm in the position to take the positive momentum I've built recently and use it to hit the ground running here. Agreed. It would be quite a change for you if you were to leave your current job to come here. Are you confident of handling such a big jump? Yeah, I am. I think my body of work proves I deserve an opportunity to step up and manage a much bigger team. Agreed. With your team currently defying expectations in the league, are you perhaps looking to take advantage by moving whilst your stock is high? We've been top of every league we've been in. I would be able to bring that momentum. Yeah, I would. How do you feel about potentially replacing a manager who was very much liked by the supporters? My record speaks for itself. We're really looking for someone capable of taking this team to the next level. Can you make that a reality? I believe I have a reputation that sufficiently answers that question. I don't think I do at the moment. Whoever gets the job doesn't need to make changes. No. I think the team, no. Well, I will say the reputation won them. We'd like to know when you intend to establish yourself. Oh, when? I like it. Can I push to the end of the season? Because I'd quite like to finish the year with Kettering and get another promotion. It is January the 2nd. It seems like it'd be unlikely to wait for me. I think with it being, what's this one? I prefer to take charge at the end of the season. I feel it would be best for the players if we're able to have that time together to prepare for a new campaign without the previous one impacting upon it. I'd prefer to see out the current season at my current club before joining. They're the same. See, what I want to say to her is if I can start right now, I'll take it. But what I don't want you to do, Anurada, is faff about for 3 weeks, offer me the job on the 28th of January, so I have to come in and figure out a transfer window from there. And that's not an option. So I am happy to start immediately, but you need to offer me it immediately. Otherwise, if I'm not going to get a transfer window, I want to see out the season. I'm going to say I'd prefer to see out the season. Because I don't think they'll offer me it quickly. And I'm hoping that doesn't rule me out. If they come back tomorrow and say, right, we want you to do the job and we want you to start right now, I'd be open to renegotiating. And it's not clear if I'd get to do that. In good faith, Anurada, I'm saying I'd prefer to see out the season at my current club. I don't need to make changes in advance to the staff because I'm probably not going to take any staff with me. So they would want me to develop playing using the club's youth system, work within the wage budget, and finish mid-table in the championship this year. I can do that. We aren't in a position to set any expectations for you to meet. That's fine. Do you need anything to consider? No extra requests. Right. Let's see then, I guess. We might be off to Blackburn. As you see, we still can't sign Spasov, who might also be impacted by this work permit thing. Does he have a second nationality? He is English as a second nationality. Okay, so he won't be. And then there's more clubs in for Bergstrom because apparently they can get him a work permit when we can't. Oh, it's all kicking off now. Lincoln are also offering me an interview. It's all happening. They like the fact that I have a commitment towards not signing players over the age of 30. Lovely stuff. I'm not going to show you another interview because I'm not that keen on this one. I am going to say again, end of the season. I'd quite like end of the season with a get out clause because if I get promoted and they get relegated, I obviously don't want to go. And I suspect they're not going to offer me much more money than I'm on now. I'll do the interview to see what they've got to say. I'm less interested in Lincoln, that's for sure. Well, that feels like ages since the Manchester United game. We did do the Lincoln interview as well. No offers yet from either job, obviously. Although with Lincoln, I did say they'd have to sack their director of football because it's Jez George, former Cambridge manager, and I'm not working with a former Cambridge manager. Can't cope with that. Peter, a fan. I'm sure most of you know by now, but some of you. So we're going with Brzezowski in goal, a back four of Dodgson, Mayunga, Gilchrist and Skinner, Benson and Hill in midfield, McKendy, Brecken and Roos behind Spasov up front. And we want to get straight back into winning ways here. We're back in the league. Carlisle are third in the league. So this is a big game when it comes to our promotion push, and does certainly have an impact on some of these interviews as well, I imagine. I should think clubs who are currently looking for managers will be watching very closely at the moment, presumably in the same way as when players are being scouted. There's actual scouts who come and watch the matches. I imagine I'm being watched now by Lincoln and Blackburn at the very least, and maybe other clubs as well. I think if a big enough offer came in as well, if a big enough club, I don't know that Blackburn are big enough. Well, I mean, former Premier League winners, you don't get much bigger. I'm now thinking maybe I should have told Blackburn I'd start immediately. Lincoln, it's all right palming Lincoln off and saying end of the season for you. But Blackburn, I hope I don't live to regret that one. If I end up still at Kettering in 3 years, stuck in League One, or if I end up at Bristol Rovers again, like we do every year, I'm going to really regret being Mr. Big Shot with Blackburn. What would you have done? Let me know down in the comments. What would you have done? Do you just bite Blackburn's arms off? Or do you look a little bit more long term and think, 6 months' time, we're going to be in League One. They're still going to be in the bottom half of the Championship. We have an even better pedigree after another promotion season, and as a League One team and a manager of a higher reputation club, we could potentially get an even better job than them. I'm not in a rush. I've got a lovely house in Northampton. I don't need to maximise money right now. But I do quite fancy that Blackburn job. There's a friend of the channel, Reese Bennett, the real one, not the fake one that we've got in our reserves. Former Peterborough player, now at Carlisle, tearing it up at Carlisle in real life. So hopefully he doesn't tear it up against us today. But he often hangs out in our Twitch streams. I stream on Twitch quite a lot. You should come and watch me on Twitch. I'll be streaming there tonight. When is this video coming out? I'll be streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Reese Bennett might be in. I can't make any promises. I don't know what his training and match schedule is like at this time of year, but he does stream himself as well. So if you don't come and check out my stream with him potentially in, you should check out his streams at some point. I think he's Reese Benno. I think that's his Twitch. Something along those lines. You'll find him. He's not hard to find. Don't just follow him on Twitch and not me, though. Come via me. Mine's easier to find. We're losing here. Is the poor form going to hit now? Do we have to get Blackburn back on the phone and say, I've changed my mind. I'll come now. Man United have knocked us for 6, and now we've lost against Carlisle, and it's all going wrong, and we've given away a penalty. We could be 2-0 down before half time here. The wheels are off. Oh, we can't sign Spasov. We're losing Mayunga, and the wheels are off, and it's all gone wrong, and we're 2-0 down. That's it. We're done. Blackburn, come and get me. I want to be at Blackburn by next weekend. That guy's got no head. Oh, he's cut off by the tier above. I see. Was that tiered terracing behind the goal? I've never seen that, ever. Has that ever been a thing? I've never been to a ground that has tiered terracing, and we've thrown the water bottle. We very, very rarely throw the water bottle, but we've thrown the water bottle here. And I think we are going to make some early changes in this second half. If we don't get back into this game quickly, we're going to make changes on the hour mark. And we've not had a shot on target. I don't remember the last time we had an attack. Certainly not in this episode. Spasov is just not up for it at all anymore, is he? So Whittaker can come on for him. That's an easy first change. And we're also going to take off... I think we're going to take off Benson. And we're going to switch all this around and do this. And we're going to get Taylor Crossdale on as well. Taylor Crossdale is going to come on as a poacher. Whittaker can be the advanced forward. And then what I'd really like is to have Connor Stanley on the bench, but he's still injured. So as my final change, we're going to bring Alfie Payne on a midfield. And yeah, that's right. We're doing 3 changes in the 60th minute. It's a bit of a risk if we get an injury now. We're going attacking as well. But I need to send a message to these boys that this game has not been good enough today. We're demanding more. And let's see if switching things up a little bit allows us to get back into this game. There's potential move to Blackburn for anyone who scores a couple of goals in this game. Anyone fancy a move to Blackburn? If we get a hat-trick of anybody in this game, I promise you'll come to Blackburn with me if we go there. No one cares. No one wants to go to Blackburn anyway. Where is Blackburn? Up north somewhere, I think. Yeah, it's up Lancashire. I feel like Blackburn's in Lancashire. It is, because that's what the Beatles sing in that song. That's where all the holes are, isn't it? In Blackburn, Lancashire. 4,000 holes, I think. Welcome, young people. I'm talking about a 60-year-old song. It's a classic, though. You should have heard it. Day in the Life. Is it Day in the Life, that song? On Sgt. Pepper's, I think. I was about to sing it, and then I thought, what are you doing, Kev? This is a video. You can't do a John Lennon voice. Right, that went really badly wrong. What a terrible... I mean, results aside, great episode. We've got job offers. Well, we've got interviews. But actually on the pitch, absolute disaster. First defeat in 14 games. We are still top of the league. We've got 2 games in hand as well. But form's gone. 2 defeats on the bounce. Right. It is just league football now between now and the end of the season. Obviously, we will come back the moment there is a job offer, if there is a job offer. no job offer though, and we'll do the rest of January, get to the end of the January transfer window. I don't imagine doing much business unless someone comes in for one of our players and we get some money to spend, or we manage to secure Spasov. So we'll come back at the end of January unless we get a job offer sooner, and then we'll see where we are when we're back for the Tranmere game tomorrow. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.